Episode 56 VO, July 5, 2024. The most efficient heat pump in the world. Kenya wood-fired fish smoking. In Episode 56 VO, 1, California, Santa Clarita Valley. Fire officials report no active local incidents amid reports of smoke in SCV. 2, California, Soledad. Pinnacles announces new fire restrictions. 3, Minnesota, Shorewood, and the Peak District in northern England. Wired magazine. The hunt for the most efficient heat pump in the world. 4, Oregon, Bend. La Pine threatened by large fire. 5, Oregon. Klamath County approves more funding for wood stove exchange program. 6, Oregon. Portland enacts burn ban due to forecasted high temperatures. 7, Wisconsin. PM 2.5 in gasoline. How dangerous is gasoline on a bonfire? Really? 8, Canada, British Columbia, Williams Lake. Fill your senses with summer in Williams Lake while you can. The Williams Lake Tribune. With no wildfire smoke, this feels like a lightness, an absence of the heavy weight of fear which has so often come with smoke in the air or the 9, United Kingdom. New York Times Climate Forward newsletter. Can the Labour Party bring back Britain's green groove? 10, New Zealand. MIL-OSI New Zealand. Canterbury's high pollution days climb as temperatures drop. Foreignaffairs.co.nz 11, United Kingdom, Berkshire, Spencer's Wood. Huge fire reported in Spencer's Wood with Basingstoke Road congested. 12, Kenya, Turkana County, Kalokol. Health issues surge due to smoke from fish preservation, wood-fired ovens. The locals have complained of poor eyesight, burning eyes, and dizziness, which are correlated with fish smoking. Daily Nation. Smoking in wood-fired mud ovens. This method of preservation is particularly common in major centers and Kalokol town. 13, India news of PM 2.5 death statistics. Alphabetical by media title. 14, India, Kochi. Malayalam film, Guruvayoor Ambalanadayil, set burnt. Chokes locals with smoke in Kochi. 15, Pakistan. Modeling air pollutant emission reductions from implementation of Pakistan's 2023 clean air policy. Main content. 1, California, Santa Clarita Valley. Fire officials report no active local incidents amid reports of smoke in SCV. MSN. 2, California, Soledad. Pinnacles announces new fire restrictions. Bonito Lake. Fire pits and grills, regardless of fuel type. Gas, charcoal, propane, and wood-burning grills and fire pits are all not allowed anywhere in the all fires prohibited at Pinnacles National Park. KSBW. Gas, charcoal, propane, and wood-burning grills and fire pits are all prohibited in the park. Advertisement. Smoking on trails and hanging electric. 3, Minnesota, Shorewood, and the Peak District in northern England. Wired magazine. The hunt for the most efficient heat pump in the world. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. A new generation of engineers has realized they can push heat pumps to the limit, but just how much heat you can extract depends on your setup. Outside a 100-year-old house on the edge of the Peak District in northern England is one of the most efficient installations of its kind in the country, in the number 2 position on heatpumpmonitor.org, a kind of online leaderboard for heat pumps around the UK and beyond. Real-time data suggests that for every kilowatt-hour of electricity this 100-year-old house's heat pump consumes, it delivers 5.5 kilowatt-hours of heat, a coefficient of performance, or COP, of 5.5. Achieving a COP of 5 or above is absolutely incredible, says an active transition support lead at Viessmann, the company that made the 100-year-old house's heat pump. In the UK, average heat pump COPs tend to be between 2 and 3. Heat pumps are in vogue. Switching home heating systems away from fossil fuel burning boilers and furnaces is essential. Rozep adds that switching from wood-burning home heating systems to heat pumps is essential. The International Energy Agency estimates that, globally, heat pumps could reduce CO2 emissions by 500 million metric tons, equivalent to taking every car in Europe off the road. The refrigerant sealed inside the heat pump evaporates readily when it is warmed even slightly, say by the outdoor air, and a compressor then pressurizes the warmed gas, which has the effect of heating it further. It only takes a little electricity to power this process, which can raise the refrigerant's temperature by many degrees Celsius. The 100-year-old house in the Peak District of England is at 800 feet above sea level, meaning outdoor temperatures are generally relatively low. Thanks to his heat pump and solar panels, though, the homeowner estimates he's now saving £2,700, $3,420, on his utility bills annually. On the website heatpumpmonitor.org, once a year's worth of data has accumulated this September. This 100-year-old house in the Peak District of England could be the first air source device on the leaderboard to achieve a 365-day seasonal COP, or SCOP, of 5. This is an average that reveals how well a heat pump has performed over an entire year. A SCOP chaser is a person driven to maximize the efficiency of a particular heat pump. There is a small but highly visible group of such people in the UK who follow each other on Facebook and X, drop in on each other's podcasts, and jostle for high rankings on heatpumpmonitor.org. Among the stakeholders in this race for efficiency is HeatGeek, an organization that has trained multiple high-performing installers. The co-founder of Open Energy Monitor, OEM, which runs heatpumpmonitor.org, refers to the casual competition emerging in the heating industry. Installers are proud of their work. They do enjoy showing off photos of their installations on social media. The pipework layout is very important to them. There are now more than 170 heat pumps connected to the leaderboard. Most are in the UK. A high ranking can help installers sell their services to customers. If you want to add your own heat pump to the online leaderboard, you need to attach a small array of temperature and electricity meters to your heating system. These record electrical input and heat output data in real time, with measurements transmitted automatically to OEM every 10 seconds. It's possible to track your heat pump's COP over months or even years, but the kit required isn't exactly cheap. A typical monitoring setup could cost between £500 and £700, says Hudson, all on top of the price of the heat pump system itself. Still, getting an idea, albeit not peer-reviewed analysis, of how well heat pumps can work in the UK is valuable. In the aggregate, the dataset could help researchers and policymakers study heat pump performance on a larger scale than before. Having access to live data also means installers can quickly spot when the devices develop faults. Tracking performance is also just fun. Heatpumpmonitor.org is a unique resource at present. It can be difficult to locate data on live heat pump performance. 4, Oregon, Bend. La Pine threatened by large fire. The Source Weekly. Bend, Oregon. Thick smoke rose from the Darlene 3 fire as crews worked to protect communities on Thursday, June 27th. Lori Wood was at her home in La Pines, Newberry. 5. Oregon. Klamath County approves more funding for wood stove exchange program. Jefferson Public Radio. Wood-burning stoves with cleaner devices approved by the EPA. These include electrical units like heat pumps, propane, natural gas, and geothermal. 6. Oregon. Portland enacts burn ban due to forecasted high temperatures. KGW. Multnomah County burn ban E503-618-3083 for Gresham, Troutdale, Wood Village, Fairview. Fire District 10 E503-809-4372. Option 2, 4 Corbett Fire. 7. Wisconsin, Maple Grove. PM 2.5 in gasoline. How dangerous is gasoline on a bonfire? Really? Motor biscuit. I'd stacked the wood in the fire pit and went back to the kitchen for the food. A Wisconsin teenager was just charged with burning 17 bystanders. Rozep View. By covering this dangerous topic about an unnecessary practice, there may be an impression left that Rozep condones pouring gasoline on a wood fire. That could not be further from the truth. Rozep condemns the unnecessary practice of indoor residential wood burning first and foremost, and also condemns pouring gasoline on an existing wood burning fire. It seemed that common sense would make it clear that it is dangerous to pour gasoline on a wood burning fire, but sometimes a news report of the practice can convince skeptics that this is indeed a dangerous and unnecessary practice. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you pour a bunch of liquid gasoline onto a pile of firewood, a flammable cloud of vapor will fill the air above the firewood. When you go to light the fire, this cloud will burst into flames right in your face. It will create a fireball that could hurt bystanders, and as it rises, it may not even light the wood below. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Rozep View. The headline above referred to an April 12, 2024, news story. Maple Grove, Wisconsin, AP. An 18-year-old who triggered a bonfire explosion that injured more than a dozen people at a backyard gathering in eastern Wisconsin has been sentenced to a year in jail and 5 years probation. 8. Canada, British Columbia, Williams Lake. Fill your senses with summer in Williams Lake while you can. The Williams Lake Tribune. With no wildfire smoke, this feels like a lightness, an absence of the heavy weight of fear which has so often come with smoke in the air or the 9. United Kingdom. New York Times Climate Forward newsletter. Can the Labour Party bring back Britain's green groove? Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Britain, the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, erstwhile coal-burning imperial behemoth, wants to be a clean energy superpower. At least that's the promise of the next Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. His Labour Party won the parliamentary elections on Thursday, ending 14 years of Conservative Party rule. Labour made big campaign promises on climate. How that actually plays out will be felt not only in the daily lives of people in Britain, but also on the nation's standing in the world. 10. New Zealand. MIL-OSI New Zealand. Canterbury's high pollution days climb as temperatures drop. Foreignaffairs.co.nz 11. United Kingdom, Berkshire, Spencer's Wood. Huge fire reported in Spencer's Wood with Basingstoke Road congested. 12. Kenya, Turkana County, Kalokol. Health issues surge due to smoke from fish preservation, wood-fired ovens. The locals have complained of poor eyesight, burning eyes, and dizziness, which are correlated with fish smoking. Daily Nation. Smoking in wood-fired mud ovens. This method of preservation is particularly common in major centers and Kalokol town. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Communities residing along the shores of Lake Turkana are grappling with air pollution caused by the traditional practice of preserving fish through smoking in wood-fired mud ovens. This method of preservation is particularly common in major centers and Kalokol town. The locals have complained of poor eyesight, burning eyes, and dizziness, which are correlated with fish smoking. Previous studies have shown that smoke exposure may cause or exacerbate poor eyesight, including from cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. A fish trader in Kalokol town noted that since fishing is the community's primary source of income, many households have constructed mud ovens within their compounds to preserve the fish they catch. Even if I experience headaches associated with fish smoking, there is no other source of income that I can easily switch to, she said. In 2021, Turkana County government imposed a ban on smoking and processing fish in residential areas of Kalokol town and adjacent centers along the lake shores. The ban aimed to promote higher levels of sanitation and hygiene in the area. 13. India News of PM 2.5 death statistics. Alphabetical by media title. 1. Bloomberg News. India. Air pollution kills even in clean Indian cities, study says. 2. Business Standard. 3. Deccan Herald. 4. Health Policy Watch. 5. Hindustan Times. 6. Mint. 7. Mirage News. 8. Outlook India. India. Over 7% of daily deaths in 10 Indian cities linked to PM 2.5 air pollution, report. Outlook India. 9. WION. India. 33,000 deaths attributed to air pollution levels even within Indian norms, study. National standard set by the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, for PM 2.5 particles is 60 micrograms per cubic meter. 14. India, Kochi. Malayalam film set burnt, chokes locals with smoke in Kochi. 15. Pakistan. Modeling air pollutant emission reductions from implementation of Pakistan's 2023 Clean Air Policy. Stockholm Environment Institute.